This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Loosen the wheel lug nuts. Raise the vehicle and support it securely on jack stands. Remove the wheel. With the brakes applied to keep the drive axle from turning, remove the drive axle and hub nut, but do not discard it yet. Disconnect the brake hose bracket. And the wheel speed sensor wiring harness from the shock absorber. Remove the nut and bolt from the lower ball joint. An option to consider when lowering the control arm from the steering knuckle is removing the upper stabilizer bar link fastener. Although it is not required, it may be an easier option if the control arm will not lower easily. Separate the lower control arm from the steering knuckle. Use a drive hub remover or other suitable puller to separate the drive axle from the hub. Swing the knuckle and hub assembly away from the vehicle until the end of the drive axle is free of the hub. Pry the inner CV joint out of the transaxle using a pry bar positioned between the transaxle and the CV joint housing. Be careful not to damage the differential seal. Support the CV joints and carefully remove the drive axle from the vehicle. Lubricate the differential or intermediate shaft with multi-purpose grease and raise the drive axle into position while supporting the CV joints. Note, position the spring clip with the opening facing down. This will ease insertion of the drive axle and prevent damage to the clip. Push the splined end of the inner CV joint into the differential side gear and make sure the spring clip locks in its groove. Check that the spring clip has engaged by tugging outward on the inboard CV joint housing. Apply a light coat of multi-purpose grease to the outer CV joint splines. Pull out on the steering knuckle assembly and install the stub axle into the hub. Reconnect the lower control arm to the steering knuckle. Slide in the bolt, then screw on the nut. The ball joint to steering knuckle nut should be tightened to 41 foot-pounds. Don't forget to reconnect the upper stabilizer bar link and its fastener, if removed. Tighten the fastener to a torque of 66 foot-pounds. Connect the brake hose bracket and wheel speed sensor wiring harness to the shock absorber. Seat the drive axle using the old drive axle hub nut. Apply the brake to prevent the drive axle from rotating. Tighten the old drive axle and hub nut to 258 foot-pounds, then remove and discard the old nut. Install a new nut and retighten it to 258 foot-pounds. Caution: the drive axle and hub nut must be tightened before lowering the vehicle, or damage to the wheel bearings may occur. Reinstall the wheel and lug nuts. Safely raise the vehicle, remove the jack stands, then lower the vehicle. Tighten the lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds.